We are assembling an Easter Bunny pop-up card. I have already glued my panels in place, and to start I'm going to prepare my base. You want to fold these pieces the way that I'm doing it here. Now with this 1/4 inch space that we've created by folding this in a mountain and a valley, we want to glue this down to the inside of the base. And then just set this aside while we work on these other pieces. Now my bunny, this is the tallest piece in the card. I've already doubled it up because I don't want this to be floppy and flop over. And what I did was, on the one that I layered over, I cut the tab just above the score line because you don't need the double thickness for the tab that's sliding through on the card base, and I didn't want all that extra bulk. But if you don't do that, you should still be okay. Now normally the tallest piece is the center, but in this one the piece that has the egg on it is the center. Well, that is not the right sized egg. And I did have another one. That's right here. I threw it away. I thought I cut the wrong size. Just got them mixed up. Okay. Thank goodness it was at the top of the trash can. I'll put that one there. Okay, and I want to put my little hands on. So I'm just going to put glue just on the edge of the hand because it's going to be hanging over. Just like that. Okay, that was pretty simple. And the feet, I have already layered my 2 pieces. One thing, and you notice I didn't use foam tape there on his hands. On these cards, because of the way they close up, everything, not everything, but the center of this folds down. And so you have 2 inches because of the width of the base. The base is 2 inches. That is inside the card. And if you put a lot of bulk in there by adding foam tape here within this 2 inches of these pieces, it affects the way that the card closes. So as a general rule of thumb, I don't use any foam tape in the lower 2 inches of these cards. It's not a rule you have to follow. I did it one time, and I really just did not like the way the card closed with it. So I just put a little bit of glue there around the eyes and the nose. And I think that the pink nose has escaped me. There is a tiny pink nose. I wonder if I glued it down somewhere. I'm just going to take a quick peek to see if I can see it somewhere. Sometimes it gets stuck in my lap. Okay. Well, I have lost it. I think it's stuck to my arms. All right. So there is a little pink nose to put here on the bunny. I'll have to cut another one. Unless it's stuck here to the base. Nope, I don't see it. Might have glued it down under one of those other pieces. So I don't have that here on mine. And I am going to pop the head. Because the head, I just have to watch this first 2 inches here. So the head I can pop up. I'm still looking around to see if I can see that little nose somewhere. Okay, so if you don't pop your head up, you'll want to put the center body on first, this white part, because you'll want that tucked under his little head. But since I was popping that up, I knew I'd be able to slide this under. And then I keep saying he, but it must be a she, because she has some pretty little flowers here to put on her head. Doing the 2 sides first so that I think this needs a little foam tape. I'm just going to cut a thin strip and I'm going to put it here. That might be too big, too long. Whoopsie, somebody's going to step on that. Popped right to the floor. Every time. That might be where my nose is. There we go. Just like that. That's sweet. And then glue this all down to the base. Okay, now we can insert our pieces. So the piece that has the slot that is on the fold, that one is the one for the center. And remember, I told you our centerpiece this time is the egg. And your centerpiece is always going to be the one that does not have a score line for folding, because it goes a little bit different. So here's where our pieces are going. Okay. So we're going to open it up, and I'm going to pull that one out. And we're going to start with this one. And you slide it through the top and down through the bottom. And flip it over. And then fold this piece up. Then we're going to glue this in place. Okay, and flip it back over. And we are inserting the back piece, which is the front first. And again, that slides through the top and down through the bottom. And you want to make sure this one's upside down, because it's going to come together this way. Okay. And then we want to take this and we're going to glue this tab to the bottom. And we're going to flip it back over. And now we're going to take our center, and that is the piece that does not have score line at the bottom, plus it's a little bit longer. It looks like I need to trim mine just a little bit. It's going beyond this fold. So I'm just going to trim that off. Whoops. You don't want to, if you feel like doing that, because I just like mine to be really tight up against the base. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some glue here at the bottom of this tab, and I'm gonna glue this tab here to the center. Hold that down for just a second, and you'll see that now when I push this up, my pieces lift, but not the top of this card. So what we have to do is lift this up, and we're going to glue this top tab to our center. You want to be careful just to get, you're gluing just the tabs to the center piece, and you'll see now when I lift it, this top piece lifts with it and it brings everything up. Okay, so now the next part is to fold this tab up, and this one's down flat, and we are going to glue these tabs together. Okay, so we're going to put glue just on these tabs, being careful not to put so much that it oozes and gets glue somewhere else, because that will make our card glue together, like it won't open glue together. I'm going to apply some pressure here where these tabs are, wipe my little glue off that's rolling off my fingertips, and then take a look inside. And now we've got the tabs are glued together here, and our inserts, the front and back, are glued to the bottom, and the center one is glued between the two tabs, and everything lifts up. So now we can close it up. And And there is our Easter Bunny pop-up card. Thank you for joining me.